being here.
I appreciate it. There are a few things I want to address in this speech that I have today for y'all. First off, I want to talk about the meaning behind Black Power and white allies. I want to make it clear that this isn't a union with white people. This isn't a collaboration effort with white people. Not that there's anything against white people that want to help us out, but we have to make sure that this is for Black liberation. So when I say Black Power, white allies, that is saying that we're gonna go get we're gonna get our true Black freedom, and allies that want to help out. Come on, we want y'all. I noticed that there's been a miscommunication. Saying I'm not doing it for Black people. I want to make this clear. This is all for Black people. All Black lives. Hang it up, Black Power.
Black Power.
Black Power.
Black Power.
I want to talk about what's been on my mind recently. And there's been a lot of confusion on everything because growing up in this country, we are taught wrong things, believe that it's right. We are taught things that are improper. As Black people, we're taught things that are incorrect. And that leads to the miseducation of us, which leads to Black people telling other Black people to go vote. Voting will not end racism. Voting will not end capitalism. Racism is the foundation of this capitalistic, authoritarian regime that is the United States government. One would be fooled to believe that this government is a democracy. How is that possible? Somebody please tell me how that's possible. How is that possible? What kind of democracy entitles the country's boss to be able to ban a whole religious group from entering the country? So you forgot about that. That was 4 years ago. Ban a whole religious group. What kind of democracy separates families amongst the board? And people still trying to have this person's back. I'm not talking shit on Trump. I can do that all day. That's what I'm talking about, the government right now. See, Trump was doing what he was doing as the country's boss. And when I say he's the country's boss, he is the employee of the United States government. So I'm going to go back to it. What kind of democracy entitles the boss to collude with another country that is considered opposition? What this administration proved was that the President of the United States can and will get away with the most heinous crimes just as long as they maintain the two objectives. And this is what I'm saying, what Trump has done. Uphold capitalism and uphold white supremacy. We have to understand that when a president gets elected, it's to uphold capitalism, uphold white supremacy. So I don't want to be told to go vote to choose the lesser two evils when they're both trying to do the same thing to me. It's to kill me. I went from hearing, just vote for Biden, just do it, to thank God we have Biden the president. How can we do that? That's a little lax if you think. If you tell a Black person, hey, go vote for Biden. Lesser two evils. And then when he gets elected, we have white people going, well, thank you. See it all over the TV. You see it all over, you see it everywhere. You see all of them doing it. Happy. And what happens to Black liberation? It gets put back on the back burner. So far, the only thing I know, please somebody tell me if I'm incorrect, that Biden donated one day to racial equity, whatever the heck that's supposed to mean. One day. And what does that consist of? I have no idea. We can take a gander at it. Let me think. What does that consist of?
Yeah, shit.
Probably a 2-hour session of racial identity or something like that, or some sort of program that white people can do to learn more about race. I don't know what's going on. But we're not getting to the core, so I had to think. And I'm over here thinking, I'm listening to the people I follow. How can we really get this? How can we really get this going? The administration, excuse me, I am no longer participating in the liberal conversation of holding white supremacy accountable for black liberation. How does that sound? Yeah? I'm no longer have the conversation anymore. I am no longer going to have the conversation anymore. The current administration isn't part of the black liberation movement, nor does it want it to be. Nothing has changed in this city except for my hairline.
Shit.
I know we're still in it. I know numbers are dwindling. I understand it. I get it. There's a lot of stuff going on. But I strongly believe that nothing has changed in this city, and we will get what we've been asking for, and that's true black liberation. But I want to continue on with the whole liberal ideology and the Democratic Party. How can they be part of the solution when we have Biden as the Democratic president? Now let's talk about Biden and becoming the president. And let's just talk about how racist that was. I'm not going to get to the whole gist of it, but all I know, whenever it was the caucus or the primary, whatever the case may be, Biden was in the lead. However that's supposed to work. Then when they noticed that he was taking the lead, and they noticed that Biden was starting to gain momentum too, what did the other candidates do? When they dropped out, what did they end up doing? Does anybody have the answer? I'm really, what did everybody end up doing? Endorse him. Endorse a person that has a history of racism. A blatant history that ruined families in the 90s. And we have Bernie, and I'm not saying I'm going for Bernie, but listen to what I'm saying. We have Bernie Sanders that is saying he's going to help out the proletariat, help out the lower working class, to help out all of them. Who is the majority of the lower working class? And you mean to tell me they're going to endorse Biden? And then white people are going to turn around and tell me, hey, lesser of two evils? I'm not trying to cry over spilled milk. What I'm trying to say is we got to keep this going and keep it moving. I'm going to guarantee you right now, ain't nothing going to change with a Biden administration. And I hope everybody over here understands that. When I was writing this, I was like, I hope I'm stating obvious. The obvious. And if not, I hope I did teach somebody something new and very resourceful so we can keep on going with this movement. I'm going to pull something that I learned from Malcolm X. And I'm going to talk, again, I keep talking about the political parties. I'm going to give the liberals more crap than I will conservatives. At least I know what they want. They don't want me to do well. But Democrats are like foxes. And if you heard it, you can say it along with me. But they're like foxes. And black people, we're like lamb. Right? And the Republicans, they're like wolves. You see, fox, they never go hungry because they have a wide supply of lamb. Now, how do they get that lamb? That's the question. Well, they smile in front of them. They be cool around them. Right? If you think you're befriending somebody, you can let your guard down. Why doesn't the wolf get as much food as the lamb? Because when you see a wolf, they're ready to fucking kill your ass. Excuse my language, I'm trying not to cuss. But they're trying to get you. So they know very well to stay away. Well, we know very well to stay away from wolves, but that's when we get the liberals. And they tell us everything they want to hear. Everything. And after George Floyd, we still have people, after George Floyd, kneeled on his neck, killed him. And white people still have the audacity to say, have you voted? Are you going to vote? I had this speech at the Memorial Garrett Foster Memorial, I'm sorry. And I just wanted to say, we're not ready for that. I changed up the speech a little bit and decided to bring it over here. But Garrett Foster was murdered for Black lives. And the cops did not do a damn thing about it. Not a damn thing about it. Let this person go. George Floyd got killed. And y'all gonna tell me to vote. People are getting murdered for my life. And you're gonna tell me hear out the other people, the enemy. What kind of privilege is that? I believe, I'm going to take this from Dr. Umar Johnson. I don't know if you ever heard of him. But there are 5 essentials a member needs to be a productive member of society. Excuse me. And you need access to it. It's education, public safety, stable living, community safety, and access to wealth. Does that make sense to everybody? It kind of makes sense, stable living. Right? Instead, as black people growing up in this country, instead of getting that, instead of education, we get miseducated. I was miseducated growing up. And we talk about history. Me and this person right here, we grew up learning the same history. The only difference is I was learning the fakeness of me being inferior and that they're superior. It's not like they're teaching us anything different. It just hits a little different whenever you're a different skin tone. It is up to us. This government needs us to rely on them in order for capitalism to survive. I want to touch on that a little bit. This government needs us to rely on them so capitalism can survive. In this country, we have this sick way of thinking, and it's called individualism. You grow up, take care of yourself, take care of your family, and then you die. That's it. And that might sound nice for people. You grow up, get married or whatever, you have kids, you get a car, you have a house, and you leave. You go to church. Sorry, I didn't mean to say church. You go to a white national convention that happens every Sunday. Excuse me. I need to get it straight. My bad. But we teach individualism. And I was taught by other white people that I had to go get it and do it on my own. It's crazy how everything's manipulated. When we ask for something, they say we're asking for too much. And when we say we can't go get something, they say that we have to work with what you have. But they teach this thing called individualism. So, it's crazy how I want to explain this, the manipulation of individualism. And I'm trying to find my words properly. what I'm trying to say is this. When we start thinking and voting, we tell ourselves to vote, we start becoming unreliant to ourselves and start becoming reliant to the government, on the government. And what I'm talking about is the proletarians, the both black and white. You see, we were marching, Star Power had protests at least once a month, marching the streets, getting our voices heard. But I really wanted to figure out what can we do together. So then when I put it together and I said, we are protesting, marching the streets, this is going to die out eventually. That's what protest is. It dies out. And that's fine. And that's cool that anger, frustration, that part, the deepest part, the darkest red, fizzles out and starts becoming a different color. It starts becoming blue again. But during January, during November, and during December, I was like, why are we relying? Why is everybody talking about Biden? Why is everybody talking about Trump? These are the last things we need to worry about. Why is everybody talking about the Senate? Why is everybody talking about the House? I don't care if Kamala's the person that breaks the even 50-50 in the Senate. I know nothing's going to happen for me. Nothing's going to happen for my family. So I started asking, what can we do to make this better? How can we actually get true black liberation? Like I said, I am done having the conversation with the government. I am done talking to other people. I am done talking to people, the old heads telling you got to go vote. I'm over it. I didn't vote this past year. I was saying we should go vote. Realizing the misinformation I was giving to other people because I was miseducated. I spent a month blaming myself. Well, I'm not going to blame myself anymore, especially growing up over here. Of course I'm telling people to vote. This country's government has the greatest propaganda ever. We got white people knowing damn well that these fucking, excuse me, I'm trying to change, excuse my language, that are voting for politicians knowing dang well they're not going to do anything for them. So there's only one reason why I believe that white people vote, conservative at least, is to uphold white supremacy. And we already seen it. I'm not going to bring up the coup, but we already seen what happened. I'm not even going to talk about the coup. I'm not even going to talk about if it was Black Lives. We already know. If I was running up that damn Capitol, I would have been shot. Easily. And then anybody else that's right behind me, anybody else that's an ally, anybody else that's part of the Black Kollective. It's crazy how a group of weak white people can overpower the police, right? You see those cops scared, right? I guess that's why they call them pigs. I don't know. They look like pigs for the first time right there. But we were marching down Cesar Chavez, and they hemmed up Jay, and they hit up the motorcycle gang that was out here supporting us, supporting black lives. We have to understand that we're not living in a democracy. We have to understand that we're not the Constitution, whatever the case may be, is not, whoever's here right now, the law does not apply to you. If you agree with what I'm saying, the law does not apply to you. It is only until you truly do it for white supremacies when the law applies to you. What I'm calling is, what I want to bring out, what I want to do in this speech is, I want us to come together as a community. I can do a march every weekend. I swear to God I can do it. And I keep on yelling. And we can do it. That's fine. We can go march after this. We can do it. But that's not going to change anything. Who are we yelling at this point? I'm marching to get other people to join us. I'm not marching to get the attention of the police. They only want one thing with me right now after doing this speech. They want to arrest me. They really want to mess me up right now. That's the only thing. So I'm not worried about talking to the cops right now. I already did all that all summer. I already got all that out. The last time I had a protest, this was back October 31st, and now it's January 31st. I said that I'm closing down my allyship, not taking any more people to come to allyship because there's a lot going on. I wanted to figure out stuff and expand the Black Collective. Really quick, Star Power Black Kollective. You have the Star Power Allies, which is a group of non-black folks that want to help out this movement, and then you have the Black Collective, which is a group of BIPOC people, part of the BIPOC community that is part of Star Power, and we're fighting for true Black liberation. And this is a call for people to come join. This is a call for the BIPOC community to come join the Black Collective, because we have a lot of projects right now we want to do, and this is the allyship to come on board and come help out. Like I said, everybody out here, the law doesn't apply to you, so you can learn. And I'm not trying to scare anybody, but right now you're listening to a black person talk. Y'all are dismissed. Everybody over here is dismissed. And it was proven. It was proven. And it hurts me to this very day. And I mean this with the utmost respect. But when Garrett Foster got murdered, he was dismissed because what he got murdered for.
Can I share something with you real quick? The day of the coup, we had Trump-Ladites here at the Capitol. I got out of work. I wore my black jeans, I had a black beanie on, and I had a black shirt to here, my work clothes. I ended up on the news because I got surrounded by Trump-Ladites screaming, "Fuck Antifa." Had my physical being threatened by two different people, one of the guys you see on the fucking news. And I was in my goddamn work clothes. Excuse my language.
Yeah.
You know, and granted, of course, yes, I'm fucking Antifa, I guess, but
Right.
still, like, you wear your work clothes and they're gonna fucking come for you, man.
Sure, the concentration real dirty was report like that. Your head really clean, okay? Act like this stuff, that's how we leave you alone.
Thank you. So, this is a call to action is what I'm asking for. We have a community garden that's going on, and we always need help with that. Right? I need black people to show out in this city. I need it. I'm going to say some things that people probably won't like, and that's okay. But we need black people to stop voting and start doing this community stuff. There's a lot of visions that I have, or the Star Power Black Collective, and the Black Collective has too, that we want to provide to the city. But we have to start accepting that it's not going to be coming through City Council, APD. Any mural you put, Black Austin Lives Matter, Black Artists Matter, Black People Matter, any mural that looks cute, ain't gonna do anything for us. We can come and listen to me speak. We can do our research. We can read all the books in the world. We can be educated. I don't like saying this, but you can be white and woke. I hate saying that. But if we're not doing anything about it, if we get all this information we have and we sit on it and we go out and we protest, and by the way, I want to say, I'm not saying anybody out here has not been doing anything. I want to make that clear. This is simply from my point of view and what I want to share with y'all. If y'all heard me talk so far and hear what I'm saying, I've been saying Black Liberation Movement, not Black Lives Matter. That is a catchy chant that's named after a nonprofit organization. Since when has a nonprofit helped me out? Besides that chant, because that's a dope chant. When our children's looking at our history and they're reading whether it's going to be on a tablet or a book or whatever the case may be, I sound old as hell right now, but whenever the kids look into the history. I don't want them seeing Black Lives Matter movement. I want to hit it. I want them to see Black Liberation Movement 2020, 2021. Am I right? Right? I don't want just Black Lives Matter. I want more than that. I want freedom. I don't want us being manipulated by a cute catchphrase, Black Lives Matter, and we still have white people saying all lives matter. But when we say Black Liberation Movement, they're going to say all One thing about white people is you cannot give them an inch because they'll go for a mile. So when we say Black Lives Matter, say, okay, all right, Black Lives Matter, here's where this, that, and that. When we say civil rights, they say, okay, cool, here's the civil rights. But what about human rights? We are still living in a society where there are people that don't look at me, that don't look at Ariel as human. We are still inferior. If you mean to tell me that you're able to live, you're wanting to go back to normal after witnessing everything this past year, just witnessing 2020, if you are one of those people that are saying, I want things to go back to normal, I got news for you, you're a white supremacist.
Yep.
Right?
Fuck brunch.
Fuck normal.
Fuck brunch.
If brunch is more important than my life, you're a supremacist, a white one. When you say that you're going to go to church and pray about this situation, you are practicing white nationalism. You're not praying for shit. Excuse my language, I'm really trying hard. Any white person that brings up a church is bringing up white nationalism. I have came to the conclusion that when any white person that doesn't have their knowledge correct and that is miseducated and trying to tell me something is inherently a white supremacist, because that's what they're taught. So when you tell me to go vote, you're upholding white supremacy. When you are telling me, hey, that's not racist because they didn't say the N-word directly, you are upholding white supremacy. When you're trying to live normally in a society where black people are getting killed every day and being disfranchised, you are upholding white supremacy. When you are ignoring this message, when you're ignoring what I'm saying, what is it? White supremacy. I deal with white people every day. One thing I hear from them is, I want things to go back to normal. Oh, okay, so whenever a black person gets shot by a cop but it wasn't a big deal, that's normal to you? I come across people that, white people that go, I want to do something. I want to do something about this. I want to do, let me know your next protest. Let me know this. Hit me up when this happens. Hit me up when that happens. White supremacy. Because the same people are so ready to go grab brunch with their best friend and actually worry about my life. White supremacy. I want to say this to kind of wrap it up. It's kind of corny to me, but I think it makes sense. I work in coffee. Just being totally transparent. Hey, what's up, Hiram?
How's it going?
Chilling. But I like to think that this country is like a cup of old coffee. Just very disgusting old coffee. And inside of coffee is racism. And we have to get rid of that. But instead of people getting rid of it, they decide to add milk in there, add cream in there, add sugar in there, reheat it. Take it out, take a sip of it. Let's deal with it tomorrow. We will make this cup of coffee taste good, but what we need to do is change out the damn coffee, am I right?
Yeah, hell yeah.
We're done with this. I'm done with the conversation. I'm done talking to people that don't know much. And I'm done talking to white supremacists. And if people are offended that I'm calling probably some people's friends out here white supremacists, this conversation ain't for you. This is a call. Let's do it. Instead of relying on the government to change our education system, I'm going to think real far. We should start educating our kids our own self. Start getting our own school. Start feeding our own self. Start supplying ourselves our food. Sustainability. Right? Who are we voting for when we're doing it ourselves? I'm going to say it again. Who are we voting for when we're doing it ourselves? Not a damn thing. What I'm saying is, let's lift our backs off of capitalism, this racism, let's do it ourselves. This is a call for anybody who wants to join the allyship. This is a call for my black folks to join the Black Collective. I have Harry over here, he's part of the Black Collective. Everybody give him a round.
How you doing? Donald Trump forever! Woo! MAGA!
Don't pay attention to him. Don't even pay attention.
Make America great again! Forever!
Did he lose?
What's that?
Did he lose? The person you're talking about, dog. Now you're making people look stupid, dog. Now they look stupid holding hands because you make them look stupid.
We all know it.
His
Come on.
short-term memory is gone.
Y'all look stupid.
Y'all staying there until the Capitol protest or something? You probably are stupid.
Hey, did y'all go ahead and try to take over the Capitol too? Did y'all try to do that? You talking enough people? Yeah?
Great, yeah. Good talk. Ooh. Great shit.
Come on, man. No, I love that.
You know, it's not the only one. He's really going fast.
Surprised it took that long.
No, but here's the sad part, though. He's not very smart. That was a stupid person. Can we agree on that?
Yeah.
Right? And the people with them are stupid too, right?
Right.
Because if I was them, I would have walked away and said, I don't know this dude.
Well, they were over there.
And now look, now y'all are caught. You look stupid with that guy now. This dude said Trump, but he lost. He stole it?
Oh, yeah.
I think we gave it to him.
I really want to talk to you. You're really amusing.
Are you a QAnon fellow? You're a QAnon fellow, aren't you?
I'm sorry for that, folks. But the reason why I decided to entertain them, because I'm almost done with my speech.
Good for a laugh.
Thank
And
you
it's-
for the giggles.
Yeah. That was great.
Oh, man.
But I want to say this. Let's do it on our own. You want to come talk to me? Let's do it. We can keep the protests going. I'm more than happy to continue marches. Thank you. Spread the word, spread the message. If you are doing this live, spread it. And let's get back to what we want, which is true black liberation. I'm not saying Black Lives Matter anymore. This is true black liberation. And I want to encourage all of us, whoever's here right now, all of us, to bring us to 110%. And let's get this going, because when black people do well, it's true, we all do well. Black power.
Oh.
Thank you.
Hey everyone, my name's Ariel. I am part of the Black Collective, as King said. And our mission is fighting for black liberation and to create a platform for the uplifting of black voices. As King touched on, kind of throughout his speech, We can't rely on the systems that have already been created for us. It's very obvious that capitalism is a joke that holds up white supremacy, so maybe not really a joke for us, I guess. But the goal, well, there are a couple jokers in it. But the goal is to create systems for ourselves, for each other, that can help to uplift us in when times get tough, as they are. And so, similar to types of mutual aid and community programs that begin from the grassroots, Star Power Black Kollective is interested in creating community systems that uplift us and our community. The two separate parts are, as King mentioned, the allyship, which is the non-black members, right? And then we have the collective, which is are the black members of the organization. Right now, we are looking to recruit, add on more black people to the collective side who want to not only have their voices uplifted, but also want to help that process for others. So you don't really need to add anything. I mean, if Donald Trump can become president, then a random black person can join our group. Because we're tired of black people needing to be super performers and the best of the best to feel like they need to make a difference. It helps if you know how to write an academic paper. But honestly, fuck that. If you're willing to use your voice and your time and your energy to support black lives and black solutions to problems that black people did not create, then you're welcome. You're welcome to join. You're welcome to meet with us. You're welcome to have a conversation with me. If you want. I don't know. And if you're an ally and you want to help, if you would like to assist us in our goals of creating community and systems that protect us and our community and our families, then come talk to us. We're actively working on anti-racist work on the study group side of the allyship as we continue to promote community gardening. We're working on a podcast that's setting up as a platform to uplift black voices and black people in Austin to show that black people in Austin fucking matter more than just murals in the streets, more than just bullshit from Adler and the city council. We want to make sure that black lives actually matter. So if you are interested in supporting black missions, black solutions, black perspectives, let us know. I'm pretty friendly. Yeah, I'm fairly friendly. I'm pretty cool. So if you guys want to do that, come talk to us. I'm the communications lead, which just basically means I like to help clear up the lines of communication, not only in our group, but also going out into the community. I'm still working on maybe doing some of the work that I should, but I'm doing my best, and that's really all we ask for each of us, each of those who want to join us in our mission. So thank you for coming out, and have a great damn day. Oh, and Black Power.
Black Power.
King, can I drop the charges? Oh, right now. Cool.
And then, yeah.
Hey, everybody. I did not expect him to say yeah right now, so give me just a second.
Whatever I'll put you on the scene.
Yeah, hey, oh, cool. Hey, so I'm Sky. I'm a volunteer with Drop the Charges, a coalition in support of the movement for Black Lives and against state repression of our fellow community members who were criminalized for taking action in 2020 against an unjust system. We are currently collecting signatures on a petition asking the new District Attorney Jose Garza and County Attorney Delia Garcia to drop the charges against those arrested last summer and throughout last year for the deaths and murder of George Floyd, Mike Ramos, Javier Ambler, and many others. There are around 50 charges remaining against individuals for speaking out against racist police violence. I'm not sure if y'all saw Delia Garza's tweet. She claimed that all charges were dropped. This is bullshit. And it's another way to distract us from the fact that people are being criminalized for fighting against the fucking racist police. There are still 50 charges remaining, like I said. And both the district attorney and county attorney were elected on the wave of the movement for Black Lives Delia completely said that she would drop the charges of everybody, and now she's dividing protesters between good and bad. And Jose Garza, he rode the wave. He said he's for Black Lives, yet he's still penalizing the people who protested for the movement last year. We don't want people who took action, who brought progressive change, to be forgotten or left behind. So you can check out our website, Drop the Charges 2020, and sign our petition. That would be really helpful. It's gained a lot of traction. And thank you, King, for putting this on.
Thank you, I really do appreciate that. Going back to talk about politics and stuff like that. See, we can't really, and I want to point out what this guy said, that they are holding these charges for people that are fighting against the racist system. Again, if you're on, this is real, if you're on this side, I want to make this absolutely clear. That's it. There's no teeter-totting, there's no tiptoeing. It's either you're on this side or you're on the other side. And that's how real it gets. Because people that teeter-totter on either side end up getting left out. This is not literally, I'm sorry, but this is an uphill battle, not literally. But just like Ariel said, I appreciate y'all coming out. I'm gonna be doing more speeches too as well, more frequently. I think that's what should be, that's only fair, to be honest with you. And Ariel's apparently a lot more better at talking about what we're doing than I'm able to do. But I have the passion and I have the energy, so he keeps me, focused. Again, thank y'all very much. I appreciate it. This is Black Liberation Movement. That's all there is. I'm wearing a Black Lives Matter bracelet because it looks cool on me, but this is Black Liberation, true, because we've never been free. Never been free. Thank y'all.
Thank you.
And then Cherie and the people will be passing out some literature. Please take a look at it. Appreciate it. Thank you.
Thanks, King.
Oh, my knee is popping.